We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area into today's pre-market, the rip area of a full transition of white red borders to bright green on 42 vision, and the strength continued to break through key resistance levels throughout the day. Now, in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 10:10 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see there popping up within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY continuing to retest key resistance levels, and we're going to talk about what to watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot sent out a bull indicator at 8:06 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY doing a full transition from the dip area of white with red borders to bright green, as I call it, the rip area on 42 vision, and continuing that strength in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator since around 418.30 area, and the inflows crossing over in that first half of the day, right? After that bear indicator popped up towards the middle of the day, those inflows picked up, bull indicator followed, and that full transition from red bars to bright green bars have happened. Now, key resistance levels were tested after coming back up from down here at around the support that was formed here at 416, came back up towards the 418, 419 area, broke through it, and then the 420, 423 area have been tested, right? And it rejected not that far off the levels where the rejection started earlier this week, back on Tuesday at around the 423, 422.90 area. Not that far off. That's the high of the day here around 422.93. And the inflows were at their highest point the day before at around the 4.80 area. And today it hit highs here of 4.3, 4.2 area. So something to not ignore here on these inflows on the 30-minute And on these inflows, the outflows have began, right? We are under a bull indicator, but outflows have began. And even though they have not crossed, it has come back down to the 1.6 area so far. So something to not ignore there. And I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. And the first critical thing will be these outflows if they continue, because if it crosses downwards, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts like it did the last several times when the outflows crossed over or even went further down, pulling away from the midpoint. You could see how things dropped here from around the 421 area down to 419, and on that pull down even further, it went from 418 to 416 area. Not guaranteed to make the same exact move, but something to not ignore there in this volatility here of the 30-minute. But when we zoom out and look at it on the 1 hour, we do not want to ignore how these inflows have been reacting, right? They had been below, and we talked about it in yesterday's video. If they crossed over, it could start to quickly reflect that strength into these charts. A full transition has happened from the dip area back up to the rip area, and as it previously did from the rip area down to the dip area, and that bear indicator from 420 has now been canceled. That strength has came back up. Outflows are no longer dominating. The inflows are back above at 3.48 on the 1 hour, and a bull indicator popped up at around the 418.25 area, and I would not ignore this as the inflows are back above. Now, on the 30-minute, we're seeing some volatility, but on the 1 hour, things are still green and above the midpoint, and it's going to be crucial for there to be any further strength to the upside and justify that strength for these inflows to continue upwards, pulling away from the midpoint. So I'm going to be watching that very carefully going into tomorrow. And when we zoom into the 15-minute within the volatility, we can go ahead and see here that on the 15-minute, inflows cross back over. A full transition has happened. A bull indicator popped up at around the 417.80 area. Inflows crossed over, and the outflows have began, but they're not dominating yet, right? If this were to cross downwards, it could quickly start to reflect into these charts and possibly even cancel that bull indicator from earlier on the day. So I'll be watching that carefully as well in the rest of the aftermarket hours and going into tomorrow's volatility. So what are the key levels I'll be watching? Well, the first thing is support, guys. So when we go over to the 30-minute, we could see here the first support level I'll be watching is the 420 area. If these outflows continue to the downside here on the 30-minute, and not just that, but on the 15-minute and cancel out this bull indicator, and same thing on the 30-minute, cancels out this bull indicator from around the 418.30 area, and those outflows start to dominate. 420 is the first support. Then below that is the 418 area. And then below that comes the 415 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. Now, to the upside, if these outflows slow down here on the 15-minute and start to pull back up and continue to hold true this bull indicator and that staircase effect continues, well, the first resistance I'll be watching is 423, guys. That is a critical area where rejections have happened 2 times already in the last several days. And to the upside, above 423, if it crosses and these inflows slow down here on the 30-minute and continue upwards as well, then comes the 425 area and then the 427 area if that continues with strength. These inflow versus outflows, I'm going to be watching them very carefully, and they will be crucial and critical, these bull indicators as well. And that's what I'm going to be watching going into tomorrow. And these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside, to the downside, and paying close attention to those bull and bear indicators and the inflow versus outflow, as currently the 1 hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute are above, but the 30-minute and the 15-minute are really close and red, guys. So something to not ignore there. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.